Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. In this video today, well, it's a slightly different video than I usually do, but I'm a big fan of Capcom and CPS1, Capcom Play System 1, CPS2, CPS3, and anything in between. So over on my X account or my X timeline, this popped up from an account that I follow, so FPGA Gaming, and this is what the tweet reads. They uploaded this video. Now, I haven't watched all the video because I thought, let's watch it together, and I'll do a little bit of commentary on some of the stuff. We'll pause it, we'll kind of evaluate, but it's really exciting. I love seeing stuff like this, so yeah, this is freaking amazing. Thank you so much, FPGA Gaming. So a vintage Capcom promo reel just surfaced, and it's a time capsule. Executives pitching world domination, a glamour shot of what looks like a raw CPS1 arcade board, and Ghouls and Ghosts gameplay running on running on the very hardware that will define Capcom's entire golden age. So guys, let's go ahead and watch this video. So right, you might want to grab a snack. I don't know how long it's going to be, but yeah, let's go ahead and play this. So this is from Capcom.
Hello, I'm Bill Cravens, Vice President, Capcom USA.
Hello, Bill Craven.
What you're about to see is a film explaining to you the CPS system. 3 years ago, when I joined Capcom, Tujimoto, the president and chairman of the company, explained the phenomena that had happened in the home market in Japan, something that almost killed coin-op in Japan.
So that's kind of interesting. What almost killed coin-op in Japan, like late 80s, early 90s? Not sure what that is, because later on when we had stuff like the PlayStation console, after that era when we started getting some tech at home, a lot of the arcades were on the decline because you didn't need to go to the arcade to play the latest and the greatest. The kind of dynamic shifted. The time we went to the arcade when CPS1 was current, what you had there was always superior to what you had at home. But I think it goes into that a little bit more.
He didn't want to see that happen in the United States, so he said we have to entertain our customer better. Doing this, he spent the money and developed a chip that we are going to tell you about here.
So that chip, okay, so there's whatever hardware CPS1 and other Capcom stuff is using here, always superior, guys. And this is why arcade in my era was golden. All this stuff here, what you had in the arcade, you had the diet version at home. Stuff like Street Fighter 2, which is on this hardware. When you had it on the Super Nintendo, a lot of stuff was missing, like in the background for the Dowdle stage, some elephants were missing. They didn't have the walk back defensive animation, just to name a few things.
Please pay attention to it. It's something that's important to your business. One other thing I would like to talk to you about is something not dealing directly with Capcom, but with you. We feel that the dollar coin is a must in the United States.
Okay, so I don't know if the USA has a dollar coin even now, but I've always seen like a dollar note. All notes are the same or the same size with just that on there. So it kind of makes sense that if you wanted to charge more for your games, but back then a dollar would have been quite a lot. Around this era in the UK, games went from 10p to 20p, and then they started, well, in central London going to 50p, right? So a dollar's quite excessive even back then.
The price per play in Japan equals 80 cents. In the country of Spain, it's 40 cents. You have to get involved with your congressmen, with your senators. We need the dollar coin. We have been working on a quarter for much too long. It's time that we put a raise in our paycheck.
I mean, guys, a quarter, that's 25 cents. Now, this guy's pitching going from a quarter to a dollar, which is 4x. I mean, I can understand a quarter to 2 quarters or 50 cents, whatever it's called, but going straight up to a dollar, man, that's quite a big jump.
By getting higher coinage. Thank you very much. Please pay attention to the film.
Just love that cheesy music.
Capcom, one of the top manufacturers in the coin-op market, is on the move. A move to become #1. A move we'll make together. Capcom differs from our competition in many ways. We're not a small company by any means. We had $85 million in sales last year, and this year we'll top $100 million.
That is a lot of money for back then.
In the U.S., we're based in 37,000 square feet in the heart of the high technology center of Silicon Valley. Our employee base is growing too. And with 2/3 of those employees as
Sorry, I paused that there. Take it back a little bit. That is such a like late 80s, early 90s hairstyle, man. You don't see many of those these days.
Is growing too, and with 2/3 of those employees as part of our R&D team, we've earned a reputation in Japan that is unparalleled. Capcom invested $5.5 million and spent 3 years in development on its CPS custom integrated circuit. This chip features high-density graphics with vivid colors and unmatched memory capacity, 44 megabits in one chip. Other motherboard systems have limited memory, but not Capcom's. By adding more chips, the memory capacity is practically unlimited, 44 megabits. Compare that with 2 megabits in an NES cartridge, and you can imagine the possibilities.
That's nuts, man. That was big for back then. I mean, CPS1 is just aged so freaking well, man. I still play it regularly.
Games that are out of this world, or in Forgotten Worlds, the first game to use this new CPS technology.
So that's interesting. I've never paid attention to the order the games came out in, but Forgotten Worlds was the first, and this was big even on home computers. Like, I used to play this on the Commodore 64. It's one of my favorite games. Loved the artwork for it, and the artwork back then. Remember the covers you had for games? They just look so amazing. Love that era. But yeah, Forgotten Worlds. Let's see what else is coming up.
Forgotten Worlds debuted in July of 1988 as a 2-player interactive game, taking players on a journey through many different worlds and pitting them against enemies which had long been thought to be extinct. The graphics are sharp, clear, and colorful. Movement is realistic. Bodies seem to twist as if they're human. From our very first CPS game, it was easy to see the enormous potential of our new chip. Next, Capcom reached into the past to update a previous big earner, Ghosts and Goblins. The result? Ghouls and Ghosts. Not only were the programmers able to greatly improve the graphics, but the gameplay of this sequel is completely different from the original. In this game, our valiant hero, Arthur, battles his way through graveyards, dungeons, rainstorms, earthquakes, and fire, to a final confrontation against Lucifer himself. Ghouls and Ghosts was the first CPS game with a computer-aided difficulty adjustment. This feature means that the game will automatically calculate and adjust itself to the player's individual ability.
I don't know, man. This is one of the hardest games out there. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, you played this game, you got pwned.
No other manufacturer offers this capability. Armed with the knowledge of the CPS capabilities and limitations, the developers at Capcom next created a totally new and unique video.
Guys, this game, Bliss Strider. I remember seeing this in the arcade, and going to the arcade, and I was very young then. I didn't have a lot of money, but I was allowed out to go to these arcades. So when I was going out, I was watching the older kids play. So sometimes like you'd be watching a game for like a whole week, maybe even longer, watching, and then you'd learn a lot about the game by watching people. When you finally got to have a go on that game, you would know like how to pass certain stuff, and Strider was one of those games, man, and absolutely banging with that. Just looked amazing, sounded amazing, and this machine was always crowded.
Featuring a Japanese comic book hero and artwork resembling a Saturday morning cartoon. Last February, Capcom unveiled Strider. Fluid motions like acrobatic flips and slides and incredible background graphics make players wonder whether it's actually a laser disc instead of a video game. This action-packed adventure has everything from dinosaurs to Russian soldiers to robotic monsters to the Grand Wizard. And later this year, a number of games already in development will go on sale. The next one scheduled for release is a medieval Chinese fighting piece entitled Dynasty Wars. Players on horseback fight an uphill battle against warlords of ancient China.
Man, I remember this game. I used to like this game so much. So we used to have like these social clubs, and these social clubs for like old guys. It was like a lot of old Greek or Turkish guys there. They just sat there all day drinking whiskey and playing cards. Now, we were allowed kind of in there to go and play, and one of them had actually this game in there, Dynasty Wars. It also had Dragon Breed in there. I can't remember, they had like 4 machines there in total. I can't remember the other 2. It'll come back to me at a certain point. And I remember one of my friends, whenever we used to go there, he used to wait outside and we used to go, look, why are you not coming in to play? And he used to say, my mum said to me, I never want to see you in a place like that. And you know, the guy listened to his mum. He would wait outside, we'd finish our credits, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we'd move on and then we'd go on from there. But very loyal guy. But Dynasty Warriors, Dynasty Wars, man, I always get confused with those 2 games. I really used to like this game. Very unique for the time it came out.
The action is non-stop as you dodge arrows, leap through flames, and smash down the gates to one of the warlord's castles. In Willow, based on the movie of the same name, our heroes must protect the baby Elora Danon from the...
Right, this one out there is... This game is amazing. Again, one of those ones that had crowds around the arcade machine. People were there, they were watching, and was the film current around the time? So it was a tie-in for the film. Guys, this today is one of the best movie licensed games out there. I'm sure there's a few out there. This is definitely one of my favorite, but yeah, what a game. And the soundtrack for this was wow. Introduced like shops in the middle of the game as well, but you didn't have to pay extra credits for it. You grabbed currency in the game, you kind of bought stuff while you're running around. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't tried this out now, play it. Honestly, such a good game.
Evil Queen Bavmorda. The gameplay recreates all the drama and excitement of the action-filled motion picture as Willow Ufgood and Mad Mardigan attempt to bring the child to safety. Other games planned for 1989 include UN Squadron, which will feature the latest aerial fighter power in combat with forces determined to conquer the world.
See, I remember playing UN Squadron. I remember playing it in the arcade, and this is where a friend of mine was like, oh, what character shall I pick? And he was like, you know what, whenever I play an arcade game for the first time, or any game for the first time, I always pick the middle character. And that's kind of like where I got the rule. Whenever I play a new game now, I'm like, yeah, let me pick the middle character. But I really liked the kind of avatars that you had there, the faces, and when your plane got shot, like they would like make a face like they're getting hurt. Really cool.
And Street Fighter II, a multiplayer sequel to Capcom's highly successful hit of 1987.
So, Street Fighter from 1987, Street Fighter 2 coming on CPS-1. Who would have known how big this game was going to become? How big it is even today. Guys, Street Fighter wasn't just a game. Back in the day, it was a way of life. You lived as your character. You went to the arcade, you played. Absolutely amazing. And even to this day, guys, the CPS-1 hardware, okay, World Warrior, I like playing it because of the nostalgia. I like to, you know, play it against the CPU. Champion Edition is better. Hyper Fighting is amazing. And obviously CPS-2 came later. But yeah, Street Fighter 2, the phenomenal. I don't even know if Capcom knew at the time it was going to be as popular as it was.
And on the drawing boards, there are many more. Although you may have heard or may hear similar titles being introduced for the home market, don't be concerned. With separate R&D staffs working independently, the games, if available, are entirely different. And the memory capacity of our custom chip means that the home version couldn't duplicate the coin-op play even if it wanted to.
See that, guys? The Super Nintendo and the Mega Drive never had a chance. But I have to say, they've done a bloody good job trying. I like Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. The Mega Drive version is fantastic as well. Yes, they look different. They're not exactly the same, but man, they did a really good job with them. Something like Magic Sword, which was also on CPS-1, you know, when they said more games coming later. That game there, or even I think Captain Commando may have even been out for the SNES. When you look at those, you can really see a diet version. And yeah, the coin-ops in every aspect are superior when it comes to CPS-1 games on, well, at least the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. But yeah, so there you go, guys. You never had a chance, and it was purposely done. It was there to give arcade the edge. I mean, I still like arcades. I wish if they were still around. Times have changed.
Capcom is committed to the coin-op industry. We want you to have not only the quality games which will guarantee your success, but we'll also package our CPS system in whatever form is best for you. You can buy a dedicated upright, a kit, or a system. And with our $500 trade-in program, you can keep new games coming, take advantage of all of the latest titles.
It's interesting though, $500 trade-in, right? How much are you actually buying these for? If anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. I'm not exactly sure what the prices were back then.
But still minimize your investment. Up to 18 months from the time you buy the boards, we'll buy them back, issuing you a $500 credit. No one else offers such a program because no one else but Capcom has this level of long-term commitment to the coin-op industry. Yes, Capcom is on the move to #1. To get there, we need your support. In return, you'll get great games with in-depth graphics and a custom chip featuring unmatched memory. You'll get options on how to buy your games. And, if you want, you'll get a $500 credit through our trade-in program. We're making this commitment because we know that together we can both be successful.
So guys, that's the video. What you guys think, man? I really enjoyed watching it, man. Just for the fact that I am a lifelong Capcom fan, and it was amazing just seeing this, just seeing exactly what their vision was. They wanted to get, they wanted you to go to politicians and say, hey, turn the dollar from a note to a coin. They wanted to raise the prices from a quarter to $1 for X, and they purposely told their coin-op machines customers that, nah, don't worry about the home console. We make sure we've got these custom chips in there so they can't compete. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of this video. Absolutely amazing. Big thank you out to the FPGA Gaming X account for actually highlighting this. That's where I found it. So amazing. Anyway, guys, play more games. Be freaking awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.